Welcome to OSR YouTube channel.
OSR Easy Learning. In this video, we will be covering Chapter 4 Tick 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 of NCERT Book 4 textbook Maths Magic for Class 4. We will be using some extra material for easy understanding and proper development of skills. Our endeavor is to keep the video simple and interesting. You are advised to get the corresponding hard copy of book or download it from NCERT website at https://ncert.nic.in/textbook.php. Time. Tick tick tick. This chapter is based on time. Before proceeding with this chapter, we suggest you to please go through our video on time concepts. Watch our detailed video on concepts of time at this URL. We have put this link in video description below too. Please pause and go through time concepts first. Okay, Pamposh and Shazia were discussing whose home is farther from school. I have to walk for 5 minutes to reach school. I just walk for 2 minutes to reach school. Impossible. Your home is farther from school. But I checked my watch. I start for school at 7 o'clock. When I reach school, the minute's hand points at 2. So, shouldn't it be 2 minutes past 7 or 7:02? You are wrong. You reach school at 7:10. How? Pamposh and Shazia discuss further. Can you see these thin lines between the numbers? Yes, so what? The minute's hand moves across 10 lines after 12, so it is 10 minutes past 7 or 7:10. I start for school at 7. I reach at 7:05. See, the minute's hand moves across 5 lines. Now practice time. Now three friends read time from a clock. Who is right? Now this is the image. Note, R's hand is the smallest and thickest, so it is represented by a short line and filled arrowhead. Other hand is minute's hand. Okay guys? Now the first clock. In the first image, R's hand is at 3 and minute's hand is at 12. So the time is 3. So Pinky is right. In the second image, R's hand is between 5 and 6 and minute's hand is at 35. So time is 5:35. Therefore Pinky is again right. In the third image, R's hand is between 7 and 8 and minute's hand is at 15. So time is 7:15. Pinky is again right here. So Pinky reads all the 3 times right. Next question. Show the following times in the clock. Okay, first one 3:10. So it's ahead of 3 and at 10. Okay. 6:40 will be shown like this. 4:45. Yes. 2:20. Hours hand a little ahead of 2 and minutes hand at 4. Right. 3:15. Same way. And the last one 7:35 hours and ahead of 7 and then 35. Definitions and concepts. Please look at the picture. Now the summer solstice falls around 21st of June and is the longest day of the year. It has the longest day and shortest night. Winter solstice is the shortest day of the year and it falls around 22nd of December. It has the shortest day and longest night. So sunrise and sunset timings change every day. Okay guys? Now coming back to the chapter. Do you like sky watching? If yes, then this one should interest you. At what time does the sun rise at your place? Now it would be dependent on the day of the year, right? So right now maybe at 6:20 am. When does the sun set? Again it's dependent on the which month of the year, which day of the year. So right now it can be 6:30 p.m. Does the sunrise and sunset at the same time every day? Yes. Obvious answer is no. Now look at the newspaper and see the time of sunrise and sunset in different months. So this is an exercise you can do at home. Now look at this photo and guess the time at this place. This photo was taken in Paris, France. In Paris, the sun sets after 9 p.m. at night during summers. This photo was taken at night, but in winters, it becomes dark here by 4 p.m. in the evening. That's very strange actually. Now find out how long will it take the minute's hand to move from this to this place. So look at both the clocks. Time in first clock is 3:35 and second one it's 3:50. So difference is 50 minus 35 is 15 minutes. Now in this two watches or clocks, time in first clock is 3:40 and in second one is 4 o'clock. So difference is 60 minus 40, 20 minutes. Third one, now look at this. Time in first clock is 6:05 and in second one is 6:15. So difference is 15 minus 05 is 10 minutes. You can pause the video anytime please. Now the fourth and last, time in first clock is 7:10 and in second one 7:45. So difference is 45 minus 10 is 35 minutes. Right guys? Concepts. Remember these while drawing hands of a clock. In an hour or 60 minutes, minute's hand completes one full round. In one full round, clock has 12 numbers from 1 till 12 representing 12 hours. One full round of a minute's hand is 60 minutes. So gap between 2 hours number is 60 by 12 is 5 minutes. In an hour, our hands gradually moves 1 hour number. So after 15 minutes or 1 by 4th of an hour, our hand will be 1 by 4 distance ahead of an hour's number. After 30 minutes or half an hour, our hand will be in between 2 hour numbers. After 45 minutes or 3 by 4th of an hour, our hand will be 1 by 4 distance away from next hour number. Okay guys, just remember these things. Now draw where the hands will be 20 minutes ahead after 6 o'clock. So this is the watch or clock and you can draw like this. 30 minutes after 8 o'clock, 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. So I'm drawing it for you. You can pause and first draw it yourself. 15 minutes ahead of 5 o'clock. Right? Now, how long does your school assembly take? Now, these are some of the questions that are something very specific and personal to you and your surroundings, your school, right? So there is no right or wrong answer to these questions. They will depend on each and every individual, their school, their surroundings. So I'm not giving you an answer, but this is an activity, a fun activity that you can go and do with your friends or with the family members. Just make a note of the different timings that you can have and just keep recording it on this page. Right guys? Again, there is no right or wrong answer to this. It depends on each and every individual. Someone may be able to jump a rope, skip a rope in 1 minute 20 times. Other person can maybe skip 100 times. So it's specific to a person, right? Just look at these questions. The next question is, let's look at a clock again. Solve this one. 3 minutes. The minutes hand started from 2. How many minutes will it take to come back at 2 again? So this is not specific to an individual. So it takes 60 minutes. What happens to our hand? Does it also move? Yes. How long will it take to move one number to the next? Guys, 1 hour. Look around you and list the activities that take about an hour to complete. So you can basically record the activities that for you it takes an hour, maybe going to a school or doing maybe homework, right? How long does it take to cook dinner at home? Just record your timings. It's again no right or wrong answer to any of these questions. Okay, just have this fun activity at home with your parents or with your friends, right? Rani's diary. Now Rani tells her friend, "Come, let's go to see my new baby sister." She goes home and says, "Ma, I have brought sweets for Munia." But she can't eat, she is too small. And she doesn't even talk. She will start doing all this slowly as she grows up. I will note down in my diary when she first starts talking, eating, walking. Now, here are some pages from Rani's diary. She has made a note of everything. Now, mark these in correct order on Munia's timeline. So, you draw a timeline. There are 7 events. So, you draw 7 vertical lines, and on each of these vertical lines, what you will put? You will put a date and the corresponding event for that date. So the first event was at 5:03 she was born. The next event was 15:09 where her first tooth was there. Then 10:11 what happened? She sat up. Next event is at 20:11 which is started crawling. The next event is at 5106 and she stood up on that date. Second last is at 2:02 and the event is started walking. The last one is at 5906 and the event is ate banana. Okay, we are putting back Munia's timeline from the previous page to answer these questions. Now Munia got her first tooth in September. How many months old was she then? How many months have passed from March to September? Yes guys? So let's do one thing. Let's count April, May, June, July, August, September. Total 6 months. How old was Munia when she first sat up? Let's look at the timeline. It's 10:11, right? So count months till 11th month. Total 8 months. When she got her first tooth. So again look at the timeline. She got her first tooth in 15:09. So count months till 9th month. That is total of 6 months. What did she do first? Walking or eating a banana? Let's look at the timeline. It's clearly mentioned. Looking at the timelines, it is walking. Now crawling or eating, what did she do first? Again look at the timeline, guys. So looking at the timeline, it is crawling, right? Now Rani had a pet puppy. After 2 weeks it opened its eyes. She watched it grow like this. After 3 weeks it got its first teeth and started eating. After 4 weeks it started walking around but was still wobbling. It had full set of teeth by the time it was 7 months old. And after a year it was a grown up dog and got its own puppies. Now make a timeline of this dog's life in your notebook. Similar to what we did for Munia. So there are 5 events. So 5 vertical lines we will put like this. Right guys? And then against each line we will put the date and event. So 2 weeks it opened its eyes. Then 3 weeks it first teeth came, right? Then after 4 weeks it started walking but still wobbling. 7 months what event happened? Full set of teeth came. And last one is 1 year where it had its own puppies or babies, right? Now note the difference between Munia and Rani's puppy. So these are the events: started walking, ate food for the first time and got the first tooth. So just note it in this table. 11 months 4 weeks, 1.5 years 3 weeks, 6 months and 3 weeks. Okay guys? Find out, do all animals grow at the same speed? Yes guys? Okay. No, all animals grow at different speed. A calf can start running just after a few hours of its birth. A human baby takes over a year to start running. Some animals live for just few days, others live for over 100 years. So all animals are different. Now discuss about the growth of a hen, a cow, a bird. Draw pictures of the baby animals and the big animals. So you can Google it, go to internet, look for pictures and draw them. Now coming back to hen. The average hen may live for 5 to 10 years depending on the breed. Hen starts laying egg when they are around 19 weeks old and continue to lay eggs for around 2 years. After that, they are generally killed for meat. Okay. Now about cow. Cow lives for around 20 years. They start giving milk after about 2 years. After 5 years, they start giving lesser milk. About the birds now, or so many different types of birds, right? So birds of different species have different lifespan. They live from 4 to 100 years depending on the species. Now here are the pictures of grandfathers posing for a photograph. Okay, now this is elephant Appu's grandfather, who is 95 years old. Chuchu rat's grandfather is 2 years old, and Rani's grandfather is 70 years old. Now who looks the oldest to you? Okay, we say that looks are deceptive. To me, look wise, Rani's grandfather looks oldest, but in reality, Elephant Appu's grandfather is oldest. So looks are very deceptive, guys. Now what's your answer? Who looks oldest to you? How much older is Appu's grandfather than Rani's grandfather? So look at the picture. Number of years. It is 95 minus 70, or 25 years. Now, will Chuchu's grandfather ever grow as old as Appu's grandfather? Think, guys, about the rats. Okay, now rats live for around 2 years only. So Chuchu's grandfather will never ever grow as old as Appu's grandfather, who is 95 years old. Now how much younger is Chuchu rat's grandfather than Rani's grandfather? Now look at the picture. 70 years and 2 years. Okay, Chuchu's grandfather is 2 years old, whereas Rani's grandfather is 70 years old. So Chuchu's grandfather is 70 minus 2, or 68 years younger. Holidays are fun. Atif's holiday had begun. He was very excited. He had made some wonderful plans and wanted to tell his cousin Shabana. So he wrote her a letter from Ajmer 1506. Dear Shabana Appa, hello, how are you? I am fine here. Appa, my holidays have started from today. I am going to my Nani's place on 5506. I'll be back on 2506. My schools will reopen on 3606. When does your school close? Why don't you come here? We will have great fun. Bye for now, Atif. Now Shabana, who stays in Nagpur, got this letter on 6506. She wrote back to Atif from Nagpur on 7506. Dear Atif, hello. I am doing well here. I got your letter yesterday. Happy holidays. My school will close on 1st June 2006. It will reopen on 10th of August. I will go on a school trip to Goa and will return on 7606. I'll try to come to Ajmer after that. Bye, Shabana. Now, concepts of writing dates. Dates can be written in many different formats. Notation for date format means the following. DD means date in numbers, it ranges from 1 to 31. Means months in number, it ranges from 1 to 12 for each month. Means month in alphabets like Jan, Feb till December. YYY or YYYY means year in 2 digits like 21 or 4 digits like 2021. Now date formats can be DDMMYY, most commonly used in India like 30, 12, 21. MMDDYYY, most commonly used in USA like 12, 30, 21, and DDMMMYYY like 12 December 21. Now Atif wrote his letter on 1506. You remember how we write date in numbers, like 1506 is 1st May of 2006. Now write which dates these stand for. 5506. Yes, guys. So based on our understanding, it's 5th May 2006. 2506, it's 20th May 2006. 7606, it's 7th June of 2006. 1107, it is 1st of January 2007. Now write these dates in numbers. 1st June 2006. Simple. 1606. 30th May 2006 is, yes, 30/05/06. 10th August 2007 is, so first you'll write 10, then 8 and 07. Now how long does it take the letter to reach from Ajmer to Nagpur? Okay, so look at the highlighted parts. It It is 6 minus 4 is equal to 5 days. How many days will Atif spend at his Nani's place? Now look at the highlighted parts. It is 20 minus 5, that is 15 days. Now fill in the table for Shabana and Atif's holiday from what date to what date and how many number of days. So Shabana had for 40 days her holidays and Atif had for 30 days only. Before proceeding further, we suggest you to please go through our video on time concepts. Watch our detailed video on concepts of time at this URL. We have put this link in video description below too. Please pause and go through time concepts first. Okay, again another concept. Difference between expiry date and best before date. Expiry date tells consumers the last day a product is safe to consume. A product should never be consumed after its expiry date. Best before date, on the other hand, tells you that the food is no longer in its perfect shape from that date. It may just lose its freshness, taste, aroma, or nutrients. It does not necessarily mean that the food is no longer safe to eat. Best before date is basically a quality indicator. Okay, on 15th May 2006, Chandran went to a shop to buy butter. He checked the packet to see if this butter was safe to eat. It was written on the packet, best before 180 days from the date of packing. Then he checked the date of packing. It was 15/01/06. Help him find out if he should buy this butter or not. In which month was the butter packed? Yes, it's 01. So which means it is January. Okay, which month will it be 180 days after 15/01/06? Okay, each month is either 30 days or 31 days long. For a simpler calculation, let us assume that each month is 30 days long. So 180 days would mean 180 by 30, which means 6 months. So 6 months after 01 is 07. So it's July. Now can Chandran eat it on 15th May 2006? Obviously yes, because May is before July, right? Now do you ever check the date of packing of things you buy? It is a good practice to check for the expiry dates of products that you buy. A product outside an expiry date can harm you. Have you seen medicines which have the expiry date written on them? It tells you after which date it is unsafe to take the medicine. Now find out which are the other things that come with an expiry date. Yes, guys? Okay, all of the things that our body consumes come with an expiry date. It includes all food items, medicines, and even cosmetic products like soaps, shampoos, etc. Okay, on a cough syrup it was written manufacturing date 0703. This shows it was made in July 2003. Expiry date 0705. This shows the month and year till when it is safe to take. What month and year is written as 0705? So first is month, then is year. So basically it is 7th month and year 2005. So it is May 2005. Would it be safe to take the cough syrup in September 2005? It's outside, right? Any product shouldn't be consumed outside its expiry date. Cough syrup has expired in May 2005. September 2005 is 4 months ahead of May 2005. So this cough syrup shouldn't be consumed in September 2005. Tutun missed the train. Tutun's school had closed for the summer holidays. He went to his grandma's place. He met a lot of his cousins there. He was enjoying himself and didn't want to go back home. Okay. Tutun, pack your bag. The train leaves at 5:30 in the evening. Oh no, we are going back so soon. I wish we miss our train. Tutun and his parents reached the station at 5:15. But guess what? They had actually missed the train. Hooray! That means I'm not going back today, says Tutun. Now, can you guess why they missed the train? Actually, the train had left at 5:30 in the morning. Tutun's parents were upset. They asked the station master, "Our ticket says 5:30." "But sir, this means 5:30 in the morning." "Oh yes, how could I forget that? The railways will write 17:30 for 5:30 in the evening." "Why?" "Because they used a 24-hour clock." Before proceeding further, we suggest you to please go through our video on time concepts. Watch our detailed video on concepts of time at this URL. We have put this link in video description below too. Please pause and go through time concepts first. Look at this chart. It tells the difference between your watch and a 24-hour clock. Try to complete it. Okay, so now the difference basically is of 12 hours between 12-hour clock and 24-hour clock. So if it's 3, we'll add 12 to it to make it 1500 hours. Okay, 6 o'clock in the evening means it has already crossed 12, so we'll add 12 to it to make it 1800 hours, right? 9 o'clock in the evening, again add 12 to it to make it 2100 hours. 12 o'clock in the midnight, basically now 24-hour clock starts at 12 o'clock in the midnight, so it will be 00 hours. Okay, now can you tell why a 24-hour clock is called so? Yes, 24-hour clock shows all 24 hours of a day one after other. It doesn't display the day into two parts like a 12-hour clock does. Suppose a train leaves at 8:30 at night. The time written on the railway ticket would be, yes, so add 12 to it. Since a railway ticket displays time in 24-hour format, time written on ticket would be 20:30, right? In a 12-hour clock, each time comes twice in a day. So 5:30 in the morning is 5:30 a.m., 5:30 in the evening is 5:30 p.m. What about 12:30 in the afternoon? That is 12:30 p.m. After 12 o'clock at noon, we use p.m. till midnight. You must have noted the time of sunrise and sunset right here using am and pm. So it basically would differ every day. You can write 5:50 am and 6:50 pm. Where have you seen a 24-hour clock being used? Yes guys, think about it. You would have seen it somewhere. Okay, the 24-hour clock is commonly used there in some specialist area like military, aviation, navigation, tourism, meteorology, astronomy, computing, logistics, emergency services, hospitals, etc., where the ambiguities of the 12-hour notation are deemed too inconvenient, cumbersome, or dangerous. So now you can guess a bit, right? So first one is railway station, we have already discussed. Second one could be hospital, and third one airport. There would be many more. This brings us to the end of this learning video. Thank you for watching. We are a fast growing channel and we post new learning videos regularly. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like our channel. And please don't forget to hit the bell icon. Your likes and subscribes give us an extra drive to keep going at a strong pace. Thank you.